Give us 60 minutes and we'll give you Nelson Radio every Saturday from 2 to 3 p.m. on KTLK AM 1150. With 29 years in the mortgage business and an array of top-level guests visiting the show, Nelson is in a unique position to bring you cutting-edge information on real estate, business, finance, and law. If you have any questions for Nelson or any of his guests, give him a call at 888-888-2136. That's 888-888-2136. Or check him out online at nelsonradio.com.
Nelson Radio.
Welcome back to Nelson Radio, heard right here on KTLK AM 1150. And as we've been at this beautiful estate up in Pelican Crest, known as the Villa di Pietra. It's my butchering Italian. It doesn't get any better than that. But we want to shift gears and take a look at some of the many ways that Berkshire Hathaway Home Services California Properties gives back. And with us we have the General Counsel of Berkshire Hathaway Home Services California Properties and the President of the Charitable Foundation, and as well the Director of the Charitable Foundation, Natalie Hill, and then this week's recipient of a very generous gift, Harry Helling from the Crystal Cove Alliance. Welcome to the program.
Thank you.
So let's take a look. I mean, I'm always intrigued with the successes of an organization like Berkshire Hathaway, but as much so the successes that they have in terms of sharing their successes and giving back to an organization. Tell us a little bit about what you're doing with the Charitable Foundation, Martha.
Well, the Charitable Foundation for Berkshire Hathaway Home Services California Properties is unique in that we're a very large brokerage, as you know, and there are very few brokerages of our size that actually have a charitable foundation within the brokerage, and that is something that we have and we pride ourselves on. And this week in particular, with the new rollout to our new company, we're very excited to pass along the theme of giving back. And we're a Warren Buffett affiliated company, as you know, and he's
right.
Quite a gratuitous man. So we felt it was appropriate for us to honor Crystal Cove Alliance at this event.
And here's where business makes things feel right, when there is that give back. Give us a story, if you could, if something comes to mind in terms of what pings that passion piece as you've been at the helm of the Charitable Foundation and seen some of the recipients of these dollars.
Well, I think Natalie Hill is the director of our Charitable Foundation. She can really speak to that.
Of some of the other causes that we've given to?
Right, and just the recipients.
I'm just in awe of so many of the directors of so many of these nonprofits and their dedication and what they do. We give to one of my favorite causes, Children of the Night in Los Angeles, a woman who is at the helm for 35 years, has the only home that rehabilitates teenage prostitutes and has really literally changed she's also a lawyer and has really changed how we view these young women as criminals and to viewing them as the victims that they are. And really her work is very touching to our Los Angeles board, and they've been the recipient many times. There are just a lot of really worthwhile causes out there that we've given to.
Such a delightful part of your job is recognizing with all of these organizations, the people that are at the helm and engaged and volunteering their time. The passion piece is the common denominator, and the commitment to that passion.
Right. Yep. Right.
So let's switch gears here. The president of the Crystal Cove Alliance, give us a snapshot on what your vision is with the Crystal Cove Alliance, and for the recipient of these funds, how it helps.
Well, of course, we're honored and grateful to receive the gift today, and we're on a lovely deck overlooking Crystal Cove State Park right now. The park is 3.2 miles of protected coastline, including an offshore underwater park and 20 miles of trails, and a historic district. And our work here is important to this community for lots of different reasons. This is, we think, the gem of the, not just Orange County, but the gem of the California State Park system, and that's right. 280 state parks. So the contribution today supports conservation, education, and restoration, not just in this park, but as a model for protecting all of California's open spaces.
What's it like on the education piece with kids that are coming in, the various campuses, and really having their eyes open to the work that you do?
So if you want to create the next generation of environmental stewards, the people who are going to inherit our earth and take charge of or be responsible
as you become president emeritus
for protecting, as I become someday president emeritus, it's our job to get kids out of the classrooms and to make their curriculum come to life. And so we have programs now that we have kids that come onto the water. We have our marine protected area citizen science cruises where students go out onto the water and they use digital fishing rods without hooks, but they have cameras and they're capturing images, video of fish, and helping us to study the fish populations off of Crystal Cove as part of a research project. And that way we're bringing the curriculum to life and immersing these kids in helping to solve today's problems. So their classrooms are more than just textbooks. They're part of the solution for tomorrow's responsible maintenance of the environment.
And is part of your work involved with the beach village itself?
Our offices are located in the historic district, it's called. There are 46 historic cottages.
Right.
And those were almost became a luxury resort. And our little organization fought that and became the group responsible then for restoring it. And we've now restored 29 of the 46 historic cottages. And most of those are used to allow people to come down and spend the night in a 1920s and 30s beach community.
Right.
But a lot of them are educational facilities that we use to support public education and our K-12 programming.
All right, so I have to ask, to solve the mystery, separate from all of the work that you do, is there a Corsair offshore, underwater?
I know you're a diver, and only a diver would know to ask that question. And the answer is yes, absolutely. It's a Corsair, for those who are listening. That's a 1942 Navy plane. And it was downed in a training exercise. The pilot survived, and it turns out that it's in about 80 feet of water. A lot of divers like to go visit it. And when I came here to Crystal Cove as the president, one of my good friends, a scuba diver, was actually the first to come across it 30 years ago. And he actually took the tail hook, the thing that captured when you land on an aircraft carrier.
Right, yeah.
He took it hoping that nobody else would take it, and when I started, he brought it back and turned it back over to the park where it belongs, a salvaged piece of the Corsair that sits right off of Crystal Cove State Park.
Nice, interesting. I'll have to get down there. I want to thank the three of you for being with me. Martha Mosier, General Counsel for Berkshire Hathaway Home Services California Properties and the President of the Charitable Foundation. Natalie Hill, your work as the Director of the Charitable Foundation. And Harry Helling, the Crystal Cove Alliance. Beautiful work. And we appreciate you being here as we broadcast remote from Nelson Radio and KTLK AM 1150, this stunning 13,500 square foot property known as Via de Pietra. I'm going to work on my Italian. Find out more. You can click through to find out about the Charitable Foundation or the Crystal Cove Alliance at nelsonradio.com, or just call me direct. You can reach me at 888-888-2136. That's 888-888-2136. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Nelson is a licensed lender under the California Department of Corporations, NMLS 331060.
This is Nelson from Nelson Radio, and it's important that we talk about a very serious issue. We had bad lending practices that led to the mortgage meltdown, but now we've got the challenge of deplorable customer service coming out of the meltdown. Bottom line, getting a new loan can be like pulling teeth without Novocaine. I've got the solution. Academy Mortgage and my team are injecting into the industry real performance and real accountability. Here are the facts. Appraisals in less than a week. Rate guarantees that can improve if the market goes down. Purchase transactions with our market-exclusive close-on-time guarantees and refinance transactions in as little as 30 days. Who would have thunk? Guaranteed rates and guaranteed performance from your mortgage lender. Call me, Nelson, an accountable loan expert for nearly 3 decades. Direct at 888-888-2136. That's Nelson at 888-888-2136. 888-888-2136 or at strongcreditrewards.com.